Hi everyone. Good morning. Let me quickly
Good
share my
morning.
screen. Are you able to see my screen? Everyone, please do acknowledge over the chat
Yes, we
window.
can see.
Okay, yes, you can see, right? And my voice is clear and audible?
Yes.
Okay, okay, good, perfect. So let me open some of the slides. So why are we here? So we are here to learn Python full stack with AI. Am I right? You are able to see my screen now?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So this is just an overall content of what is Python full stack with AI. So what is your understanding on the Python? Can you give me your inputs? So what is Python? Why we want to target this Python full stack course? Any answers? Why Python? Or what is this course about?
It is mainly used to develop websites.
Develop websites. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other inputs? Any other inputs? If you are not able to talk, you can type over the chat window also. I'll enable the chat also. Okay. So any full stack course is used to develop web sites or applications, or if you can go forward, we can do portals also. And this is quite different from the mobile applications. Okay. And using this particular full stack, we can develop. So for the websites development, we require only front-end technologies, like front-end technologies. What is front-end technologies? What is front-end? This, in another word for this is like user interface. What is user interface? Any answers?
Where users can see and interact with. So I think that is UI.
Mm-hmm. And what is front-end?
Anything that is visible on the screen.
Okay. So all these applications, what is your target tool you will be using? What is your primary tool for this one? Target tool or a primary tool, where we can see the web applications or websites. Basically the browser.
Yeah.
Everyone agree with this?
Yes.
Okay, how about others? I want everyone to be very active for this one because Generally, how the online classes, it will be like I'm saying something and you will be going through the recordings. That will not work out, guys. So we need to have to, learn at the time of while having the class, and you should be very interactive. So that is the reason I'm just coming with the basic questions. You just have to come up with your whatever your knowledge you'll be having. Okay. So primary tool is the web browser where we can see our website or a web application, right? So if you can access the browser, you will be typing your URL. So, or you can search the URL, and based on the URL and the site or the application will be loading. And based on the requirement, it will be going forward. Like if you are going to visit a website, you will read the information. And if it is a web application, you will register, you will create a login, and you will logging into it to make use of it, right? So that is how it will goes. Right. Whatever you see the web in the web browser, that is called as a front end. Front end technologies means you are doing the user interaction, and what you see is that is what in the browser. So that is what the front end technologies. So to develop this any front end or a interface, we need the front end technologies like HTML, and to add some colors, we'll be making use of styles and all by using CSS. And to get some action paths into your web pages, we'll be making use of the JavaScript, right? And later on, any other frameworks, if you are adding frameworks or libraries, we can use the React.js, right? So this is how the front-end technologies will go. And when it comes to the back end, what is the back end it will do? What is the backend it will do? So the logic, whatever you have entered the data, and logic for the data to store in the database, right? You agree with this,
Yes.
everyone? I want everyone's acknowledgement in this.
Yes.
Yes, right? Yeah. So in this backend, we can learn many flavors. And in this training program, we will be coming with the Python programming. Okay. So now we are about to learn what is the outcome of this particular training program is to develop the full stack application or a front end application by using all the technologies. Front end application means whatever you see is the front end only, and whatever the back end it is happening, that is also the target, right? So in our training program, so we will be discussing about these topics. These are all the very basic topics. I'll go for the advanced topics also. Don't worry about it. So this is very basic thing I'll be putting over here. So in this, this is around 2 to 3 months of the training program, and basically, if you target for 2 months, so we can learn a Python basics, and with a basic knowledge of the SQL and database, and we'll be making use of some Django. So Django is a framework we'll be making use of on the Python, and to develop some REST APIs and all. So after the REST APIs has been done, we will be seeing with the front end skills as well, the front end with HTML, basic CSS, and JavaScript topics along with the React.js. And then we will have some advanced React, how to make use of some Redux Tailgate and all. And then we will have some AI integration. AI integration is all about what is AI and how the LLMs now it is happening in the market, and how to make use of this AIs to make our programming, and also how to make an AI. All this guidance, everything will be given over here. Okay. And also we need to have to see when we want to, use an application, or when we want to promote an application, or we need to have to deploy that application somewhere. So for that, we need a server. So till the development, we will be using the local servers and all. But while in the development side, and when we are, it is if it should be publicly accessible, we have to deploy it somewhere. So for that deployment, what are all the basics we need to have to understand, and what are all the other things we need to have to take care? Everything it will be there. And by end of this training program, we will do a simple, project with AI powered employee management and all. Okay. So that is how it will be going to take care in this. So the total duration we are targeting for around, 40 to 50 hours, and we will see how it goes. And this is elaborated content and in detail about how it will be, which is little bit advanced topics also will be covering at the, based on the, students' requirement and all, we have defined this course like this. So majorly like what are all the technologies and tools we will be targeting here is like if you can see the Python, Django, DRF, React, Tailwind, Postgres, Redis, Docker, GitHub, Postman, all these technologies we need to have to go through, and we need to have to, implement our full course based on the learning day by day. It will be like that. Okay. So any questions on this, course content and all? So hope the
No,
course content has been shared to you earlier. Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
no, we are clear. I'm just,
Clear, right?
yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay. So I think this was already shared to you. So I just want to come to the introduction of the Python. So why we have to learn Python? So it's a very simple language, but it is, it is very powerful, and it is all over in the market, and which is like it is the core basic thing for anything what we are doing in the market. So which is it is a high level interpreted general purpose programming language. So it is very easy to read and write, and comparatively with other programming languages, it is very easy to do it. Right. And learning curve is very simple and easy, and we need to have to go through it. Okay. So, so where is this Python used, and why this Python we need to have to use? Because just because of this easy and simplicity, and it is, very much, simple logic and syntax it will be there comparatively with other programming languages. But you need to have to inculcate the programming language and style on this. So for that inculcation, you have to do a daily practice, and we can make use of some assignments. And every day, if you complete that assignments, you will be able to go through it, and you will get it, right? And where this Python will be used. So as we have just discussed, we can use it in the web development and data science and analytics it will be using, and artificial intelligence and machine learning. Apart from the Python, like we will be going from AI and ML, and we'll also do some automation and scripting and web scraping, game development, desktop applications, and networking applications. Many more we can do with Python. So based on the Python, like we can develop all those things, and we can create wonders. And what are all the main things we can learn on this particular thing is like now, which we are targeting for the web development, and we will be focusing on the web development concepts and all. And it will be having everything will be having a learning curve, more for the further learning, right? So if you learn the basic things and you can add on the frameworks upon this Python, so you will learn better for other, implementations as well, as we are targeting now with the web development. So later on, if you want to enhance your skill for any AI implementation, machine learning, or any other game development, you can do it. The core is the main basic thing for anything, right? So it is easy to learn, and it is simple and clean syntax, and it is an interpreted language. Do you know what is interpreter and compiler? Anyone has any idea? interpreter, compiler, parser, all these terminologies we'll be using for the coding, right? So compiler means it will be like it is compiling the entire code at once, and interpreted language means it is executing line by line, and it will be like that. So I will show you the differences between compiler, interpreter, and what is a parser also. And this language, whatever we are learning, Python, it can use in your any of your operating systems like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and all. So let me know what are all the operating systems you'll be using. You are all targeting Windows or any other operating systems you do have.
iOS.
iOS, okay. I think Mac OS, right? Yes. Anyone has any other operating systems?
I'm using Windows.
Windows only. Okay.
Linux.
Linux. Okay. So you can use any of the operating system. So whenever we do use this one, so we will be trying to have a common tool for all the operating systems, and we will start working on it. Okay. So it will be having a large standard library, and it is open source, and it is community driven. And there is a community where you can have the developers community. You can go and post your question anytime, and you can also read some and already having some brainstorming things will be happening in that community, and you can also go through and you can join with that. Okay. So nowadays, like it is very quite common, like everyone is having, I mean, every technology is having a community, and we can go through and we can make use of it. Right. So how about like what is the advantages of this particular Python? So while learners, it is easy to learn and it is clean and English-like code. So it will be like whenever you're writing something, and it will be a code will be like English only. So if you are writing some conditions, and there is no necessity of making use of some curly brackets and all. So it will be very easy, but only the thing you need to have to make use of the indentation. So in generally, like when you write English and all, you make some spaces, right, to make it understand better. So that is the only terminology here to make use of the code. Right. Apart from that, like we will be learning the keywords, and based on the keywords, what is the importance of that particular keyword, it will be having. So rest of the things like whenever you're writing the code, it is very easy and highly, code readability like English, right? And it is versatile, so where we can use a wide range of domains from web applications to AI. So as you know that AI is booming outside, and we will be gearing up our skills towards to meet that AI, right? And as I have mentioned, like it is having large community, and it is when it comes to the cost effective, Python is open source and free to use for everyone. So we can directly make use of it, and you can make simple applications to complex applications based upon the requirement. And it is time saving, so which is like you can write the less code and get more and more work done on that. And why we are focusing this pattern? So every language, every programming language will be having some impact, right? So due to the high demand in the job market, because based on the Python, we'll be having a lot of other, other implementations can be done by even in the AI. Python is very, very important and very, important key role it is playing. So that is the reason Python is, now in the market, it is very in huge demand. And also, we can have a great for building real world applications, and we can, it will be easy for implementation, and it is the preferable for startups and freelancing also. Even in the corporate, people are using this particular Python. Okay. So any questions from this slide? Anyone? Good. Okay. Just acknowledge me with any of your, actions, or you can say yes, anything is fine. It'll be helpful for me so that you will be active. Okay. So what is the expectation or expectations from this particular training program? So we do learn and build and deploy and then grow our, technology based on whatever it will be. So the main first focus is to like it became a job ready Python full stack developer with AI skills. So AI, as I mentioned, like AI is booming in the market now. So we need to have to go through that. What is AI structure and also that is very important. For that understanding of AI structure and all, first we need a strong foundation on any of the programming language. So here we need to have a strong foundation on the Python. So we need to have to build a rock solid concepts in Python and databases and backend development. So once you do this, and once you are, getting a good, strong foundation, and then the next will be having very good, implementation, and whatever you can do with it, right? And we will be making use of, for the front end, we do use modern full stack skills, like we are using targeting React.js and all. So why we have to make use of the React.js and in current scenario? Because it is also open source and it is also having a large community. As you know, React.js is from Meta now, and we can, like initially it was developed by Facebook community, and now it is getting used, and a lot of other applications have been developing on that particular React. And in this course, we are targeting to learn React 19 and along with the JavaScript basics with some HTML insights and all. So everyone knows about HTML, CSS. Are you proficient in HTML, CSS, or you
Yeah,
are new to that?
we know some, I mean, I know some little bit of basics, not a
Okay.
professional, but yeah.
Okay. So what we can do is like uh we can have a review. So we'll go through the concepts of what are all the HTML. If you know something and if you don't know something, I'll hold there and I'll explain. Okay. So that will be good enough for you. Hope that is okay. Please do acknowledge. How about others? Are you good at HTML, CSS, JavaScript and all?
No.
Okay. So we'll go through, not a problem. So every concept I'll be explaining. So if you want in detail, I'll go through the example. So it feels like those who have already learned, it will be like a revision for them. Those who don't know about it, it will be like a learning curve. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that is the reason I'm asking the questions, or else if I go through like everything on everything, so it will be very tough for me to handle, and it is also merely wastage for you. So that is the reason I'm just asking you. So what is your level of technical skills, so that I can understand better and define and fine tune this training program well. Okay. And we can also have some powered AI powered applications, like we will integrate some AI capabilities, but not at the initial stage, at the later stage. At the later stage, it will be easy for you, because if you start using the AI now without knowing the foundations and basics, it will be very hard for you to understand what is happening behind. You understand, right? So first of all, we know we will have some strong foundation. Then we will have the AI powered integrations and all. And then we do some projects without AI and with AI. Then it will solve our problem. Then we will be able to see what are all the industry targeting technologies and skills we'll upgrade to have the deployment and different environments like AWS, Azure. And to make the code repository, we need to have to understand what is Git, and To deploy, we need to have to understand what is Docker, what is Kubernetes, what is CI/CD and all. I'll give you a brief introduction about all these skills so that you can take care of those steps as well in the future once you learn your Python programming. And most importantly, everything what we are learning, after learning the I mean, all the skills, what is more important is like the problem solving and the confidence. You will get the good confidence on once you have a strong foundation. And problem solving is the very key role for any program or any application it will be. You can see every application is a problem and you are providing the solution to that. Why we need web application? To solve one problem. So there is a problem. I just want to communicate to my customers. What should I do? Right. And job seekers, you are applying for the job portals. What is the problem here? Job seekers has to know about the openings and companies has to get the people hired. So that is the base, right? So everything we need to have to think about that problem. And for that problem, how do we solve? That is what the mind you have to inculcate in your brains. And it is a job ready portfolio and it is, huge demand. It is there. You can have, good jobs ahead. And if you're already in a career, it will helps you to boom your career. You're already, I think few of the people are experienced it too. So for the experienced also, it will be helpful to leverage your career to the next level. Okay. And here, the session will not be like, I'm talking something and you will be listening and you will be noting the notes. It is like interactive sessions. So if you have some question, you can raise your hand and it will come to you and you can ask me the question. It will be like not in the middle of the class or else at the topic. If you're not able to understand, you can raise your hand and I'll revise that, or else we can have the clarification session at the end of the session. I'll give you some 10 minutes of the time and you can have the questions over there in that time. Okay. And also daily we'll be having some coding and all. So that coding practice you need to have to do. I will come to that particular time, what you have to do and how you will be learning easily. And here, if you can see the basic understanding about how we will be making use of this. So if you can see Python versus other programming languages. So in the market, what are all the crazy things, crazy programming languages, what is there, and how it is competing with the Python, right? So when it comes to Python, Python is very easy and comparatively with Java and C++ moderate, JavaScript and C Sharp is moderate, and Go language is also easy, but not very easy. Python is very easy when compared to Go language. And when it comes to the syntax, it is very simple, clean, and readable, and just like Go language. And but if you can see, this is very simple, clean, and performance-wise, we can have it is getting good performance because it is having a lot of other libraries and all. So it is good. When it comes to, C++ is having excellent performance, but yes, good is also fair enough for our implementations. And when it comes to the use cases, if you can see use cases and all, so this will be having AI, ML, data science, web development, automation, scripting, and many more are there. So rest of the programming language have is helpful, and those are competitive enough, but not as a whole package. It is like if you can see in the Java, we can have the enterprise complex applications, and we can also develop some Android applications and banking systems. Everything will be we can develop by using the Java. And games and all, we can have C++, where in which embedded system high performance applications we can develop using C++. And JavaScript, it's a purely web development, and for the front end and back end with Node.js, we can make use of it. And C Sharp, we can use the Windows applications, enterprise, and games. And Go language for the cloud services and microservices implementation and all. And Ruby is also useful for web development. and it is also useful for prototyping, so mostly. So we are learning the web development and with AI and all. So Python is the best suitable language where we can make use of it. And speed of the development is faster when it compares to the other programming languages. And it is also having excellent community and support and libraries and frameworks. There is a huge collection, and it is completely based on PyPI. So PyPI is the collection, so where it will be having all the interfaces we can make use from that libraries and frameworks we can use. It is just like a plug and play. So where in which you can, I mean, you want to do something, you need to have to make use of from framework and library, and you will make use of it. Just like if you are aware of the Node also, Node packages will be there. Every language will be having the same thing, but it is having a huge collection. It is having end-to-end support will be there. And even for the Java also, it is Maven Central based, repositories. It will be there. And for Java, NPM, and for Java, for C Sharp and or it is from .NET ecosystem from Microsoft, and everything. Golang also will be having Golang packages. So which is like we are getting used by huge collection of libraries and frameworks where it will be useful. And the best for the beginners and professionals, the Python is the language, and wherein which other also there. But this is very simple to learn and easy. So that is, and also the versatility about this Python programming is like you can develop the web applications to any complex applications like a artificial intelligence and automation and data science. All those applications will be having, and it is having a huge demand with huge community and future proof. Okay, so I think hope this finds out why we have to use the Python, right? Yes, can you acknowledge?
Yes.
Is the slide understandable? Okay. And apart from that, like what are all the tools and frameworks in our course we are going to cover? So in the development, like if you can see, we can use PyCharm or VS Code, Jupyter Notebook, and Anaconda. So we primarily target for the VS Code, and it is common for the front end and back end. So I prefer VS Code for you. And the package management, we will be using PIP, and any other libraries and packages, we can simply make use of it, and we can install it, and we can make use. And web frameworks, we are initially targeting Django. And later on, I'll show you some of the other frameworks as well, like how the Fast API will be used and how the Flask and what is the difference between all these things, when to use what framework and all. And what is the popular to use is like for enterprise web applications, we do use the Django, and micro and other simple applications will be using Flask. And for APIs and all, we'll be using Fast API. And real-time web applications like WebSockets and all, we'll be making use of Tornado. And large-scale applications use the Pyramid. So all these technologies and terminologies we have to know better, because we don't know what it will come in the future, like in the job what you have to do. So based on the requirement you have to do, and you have to choose your libraries and frameworks. So that is the reason I'm just coming across with all those frameworks and libraries what we will learn in this training program. Okay, we will see all these terminologies, and we will see all these frameworks and libraries in our thing. And except few things, like if it is an alternative, if it is better, then I will give you the better. And if it is important and useful for your career, I will go through all those things, right? And we will be for in database management and all. So we will be using SQL Alchemy and ORMs like Django ORM, and testing frameworks we'll use. And this is also we'll be basically using for PyTest. It is simple scalable testing. And unit test is also built in Python testing framework, and we can also make use of it. And if you want to make use of a web browser automation, so we can have the targeted Selenium also. And the robot framework is also in test automation framework, and you can also see how the testing automation framework it will be helpful for further testing of your application development. And when it comes to the data science libraries, we'll be using NumPy, Pandas, all those things. And machine learning frameworks are this. TensorFlow is the familiar end-to-end ML it will be using for that, and also PyTorch sometimes the deep learning and research it will be using. And if you can see a lot of AL, AI, LLM, and vector databases and automation scrapping, API frameworks, all these are all important. I don't want to go into each and one and everything because you understand better in the, after you learn the code basics. Because if you can see all those technologies and terminologies, you might be wondering like how all these things we need to have to get into it. Not everything. We do have a path. So according to our path, we do learn whatever the framework and all. And I'll give you an, walk around about other technologies and frameworks, which is helpful for further enhancements, so that you can try and you can get back to me, like if you want more detail into that. Okay, but all this, if you want to achieve, I just want your dedication and your time for this one, right? So to start with the basic training, basic program and all, firstly we need to have to install the Python from python.org, and we will make use of in our training program. We do have to go through the VS Code. So VS Code also we can download from code.visualstudio.com. It is also open source. You can download and we can make use of it. And anyways, like we will be having the command prompt. So built-in command prompts will be there for every of your operating systems like Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. Windows will be calling it as a terminal, which is command prompt, and Mac OS and Linux will be having the terminals. Okay, even we can use the terminals inside our VS Code. It is integrated with it, so that it will be easy for you to run the commands and all. So we'll be having a simple commands to install any package and all. So pip is the one which is like Python package manager. That is what we can install some libraries and frameworks based on the requirement. And everything whatever we do, I do create a GitHub, and I will share you that code accordingly. And whatever you do from your end, you have to share your assignments through that GitHub in the name of your, we will be creating some folders for you, and you have to submit your, assignments out there. Hope that will works, because I can verify how you are doing the code, and I can guide you if at all any mistakes you are doing. So that is very important for you for, in furtherly, like I can guide something like how to minimize the coding lines, and how to improve your coding skills. That will be helpful. Okay. And if you want to do your first basic program, you have to open the VS Code and create a new file with hello.py. Py is the Python files we'll be saving with the .py extension. And you can simply write print hello world.print welcome to Python programming. And once you got installed and everything, you can just open a terminal, command terminal, and you can run Python hello py. Hello py is the file name. And if you run Python hello py, and whatever you want to print that one in the hello py, it will be printing like that. So once you got achieved with this, so it will, this is how the first program you run your computer in your computer. You just create a file and try to make use of it. And this slide will be helpful to, step by step what you have to do. So first of all, you just download Python and you open the VS Code and create any file with the .py extension, and open the command terminal, run that file with Python hello py. Understandable? Simple? Everyone simple? Same simple. I will show you in real time also, not an issue, but this is a demo, right? So I'll be just going through the content and how it will be and all. But I will show you our first program in the next coming sessions. And as a simple real-time coding, so if you can see the project structure, it will be like this. If you can see the application will be having the Python files, and if you want to have any HTML file for this, and there is some CSS file, and what are the requirements, everything we will be listing out in a text file. And basic coding, it will be like this. If you can see the basic coding, it will be like, okay, it will be like this. Okay. And index.html, CSS, and everything, it will be like, if you can see, and we will be running this code by using the Flask. This is a web application. So web simple, my to-do list, the code for my to-do list, it will be like this. If you can see all these things, we are making use of it. And if you can see what are all the HTML code, how we will be doing it. Right, you can include some code inside your HTML so that you can make use of this logic of the backend will works in your HTML. And this is how the my to-do list it will come. I will make you create all this once you got some good knowledge on the Python, right? So how it works is like in this example, it will be like this. If you can see, user will talk to the Flask backend, which is Python, and it will integrate in the HTML templates and it will display in the browser. Okay, so basically, we need something which is it has to show it in the browser. We need the frameworks like Flask, and it has to integrate with your HTML. Then it has to talk to the HTML and it will run. So in this example, we have used Python, Flask, HTML, CSS, and templating engine Jingyas right? So this is how it will be like. It will be a sample code for you so that it will looks like. So there are simply four files of coding, sorry, three files of coding with simple structure, and we can run the application and it will come like this. You understood? You understood, right, everyone? Okay. Okay. So what are the real world applications built on Python? So you need to have understand the cases also, right? So what are all the technologies, what in the daily life, what we can see. So for example, you are using the Instagram. Instagram is the very much most used application in everyone's hand. So Instagram uses the technology Python, and it will use Django with Postgres and Redis, AWS, and JNX and all. And front end is simple, like it is using some React.js and all. And Spotify is also using the Python with Celery, and YouTube is also using Python with Django with MySQL database, and Dropbox is also using Python with C++ with MySQL. Okay, and Netflix is the one like where you will watch your series and all. So Netflix is also using Python with Apache Spark and MySQL. And Redis is also using Python with Django. Pinterest is also based on Python. And Quora is the development community where you can post questions and data processing, machine learning solutions. All those things will be there near Quora. So these are all the few applications like the I know applications so that I have listed out here. There are many more out there where you can go through. And you can also do some research. What are all the famous craziest applications in your daily life using, and what is the technologies behind it? Okay, so this technologies ecosystem, which is like web frameworks like Django, Flask, and Fast API, databases commonly used are Postgres, MySQL, and MongoDB, and task used by using Celery, RabbitQu, Kafka. And most of the clouds will be using AWS or a Google Cloud. And data RML libraries will be using Pandas and PyTorch, NumPy, and all. So these are all the real-time use cases where we'll be making use of the Python. Okay, so you got to understand like where are we and what we are going to target. So we can create these kind of applications, and we can also work for these kind of companies familiarly and all going forward if you are good enough to do. You got it right? So what is Python and what is the use cases of this Python? So here, our training program, it is completely like a practical oriented with real-time cases, and it will be having, we will be seeing your, everyday progress so that it will be like a growing thing. So the practical oriented, how it will be like. So daily the concept explanation will be there. And we do have the live coding and demo. So which is like every concept and explanation I will, code here with the proper examples, and I'll give you simple daily assignment, and I will review it and I'll feed it, and I mean also I'll share you the share my feedback to you, and it will help you to build any real world application. And it's 100% practical training, and the real-time projects will be real-time project scenarios. And coming to me, like I will introduce myself, like I'll have another slide. I will give you my introduction about that. And this is how you need to have to daily practice, and you just not only the skill, you need to have to develop your confidence on the subject. So we will have some simple, assignments daily. You have to practice and all, and thinking about this online course is like I just attend and do your works and all. So please to be more active. So sometimes I'll have some questions to you, and it will be like some crazy a simple what you can see objective type of questions. I'll be posting it and you have to answer it kind of. So every concept what I'm discussing, I'm just giving you some, simple questionnaire so that you can answer well, so that I can know that how you are learning. You are taking my concept, whatever I'm explaining here or not. So that is how it will be. Okay. So this is simple about me. Like I'm Mohan Krishna. So I'm 20 plus years of experience in IT industry, and I do the architectural part in the corporate companies, and I do work for a couple of companies now as a freelance architect. And if you can see, I'm proficient in all these technologies like Python, expertise, and Java backend development. I do front-end development, Node.js, databases. I know all these, and I have implemented a lot of AI integration in generative by using generative and other stuff. And I'm expertised in creating the custom LLMs for the requirement whatever the companies will be having. And I'm also expertised in other dev tools and tools and utilities. And this is simple about me. And I have trained a lot of other, students across the colleges and institutes. And coming to the Career IT, this is my 11th year of association with Career IT. I do handle the training programs offline and online. And also, I do some corporate trainings to the companies, and it will be like so recently, I have completed for Capgemini and Cognizant the career session program for them. Okay, so this is all about our course and what we are going to learn. So, any questions and any doubts regarding the course and what we are going to do, I'm open for the questions now. Everyone good?
Yeah,
Any
hi,
questions?
I'm Jyotsna.
Yeah, hi, Joshna.
యాక్చువల్లీ నాకు ఒక 10 ఇయర్స్ గ్యాప్ ఉండింది. సో ఆఫ్టర్ 10 ఇయర్స్ నేను కెరియర్ స్టార్ట్ చేద్దామని అనుకుంటున్నాను.
Okay.
అంటే నాకు ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ న్యూ యాక్చువల్లీ.
Mm-hmm.
నాకు ఏ విధంగా మీరు సపోర్ట్ చేయగలుగుతారు?
Sure, Andy, Joshna. So, first of all, ఈ కోర్స్ అయితే go through అండి. Go through అయిన తర్వాత, if you are in Hyderabad, you can come to our institute and I will guide you, like, ఎలా
సారీ,
మీకు
యాక్చువల్లీ
approach అవ్వాలి.
నేను యుఎస్లో ఉంటాను.
Oh, US లో ఉంటారా? No problem. So,
Yeah,
you just take my number from our organizers. I'll help you, finding the new things out there. Okay?
yeah.
Definitely,
Okay,
because
thank you.
my all of my clients, whatever, I do training sessions for them and I do handle some US projects. Okay? So definitely
Yeah,
I'll help you, Andy. No worries in that.
యా, ఓకే అండి.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone? Any other questions? You got the clarity, right? So what you are going to learn, everyone?
Yeah, as of now, actually, I'm good. Further, if any doubts will happen, I will let you know.
Sure, definitely, Andy, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about others like Tejashwini, Aishwarya?
Yeah, as of now we are good, and thank you so much for the session. Actually, it was very informative. Uh, Maybe in the coming classes we'll be letting you know the doubts what we are having.
Sure. Thank you, Aishwarya.
Yeah,
So daily timing will be 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST,
Yes, yes.
and weekdays or a weekend also you will take
Only weekdays,
Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday. If
Okay.
needed, we can go for the Saturday, but that depends upon everyone's availability.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually we do for only Monday to Friday, but if the people are interested and go for the another day extension also, we can do. Not a problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And how about Tejashwini? Any questions, any doubts? We have Shravan, Srinivas,
Yeah,
Madhu.
thanks for your explanation,
Yeah.
to get the career path. And I have one doubt.
Yeah.
If I started with Python, this course and all, what is the career path we can get in the market, the job
So
opportunities?
yes, actually, if you are learning this course is completely for the web development course with AI. So you can develop the web applications using the Python as a backend and front end, you can use any React. You can apply for any web developer positions like full stack developer with Python as a backend.
For example, if I'm having that any experience in a SRE domain like DevOps, AWS Cloud, is that helpful for me to learn this course?
Yeah, definitely. So you are into AWS and DevOps, and this will add your career, and you can leverage your career based on like the programming of Python and all, and it will
No,
be an added
I'm
advantage for you.
totally zero on this coding program. I'm pure into that architecture level, like administration level of AWS.
But it is very simple,
Uh,
Srinivas. Like
yeah, till now
you,
I didn't learn any coding programs in that.
yeah, I got you. But now what market is expecting, like developer has to do everything. If
Yes.
you know only single part, they are seeing like, okay, we will prefer the guy who knows the development and deployment.
Mm,
Okay, you might face this one, right?
yes,
So
exactly.
that is the reason everyone has to know everything. So that is the reason like this program brought up for you. So I you can see like after two like you just focus this 2 months, 2 to 3 months, whatever your integrated focus, keep on this, and you will get a good jobs based upon your whatever you have. So it will be an added advantage for you. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, not so if you learn the coding basics and all, then if you add the AI for that, and it will be very simple for you. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I assure you that, no problem.
Okay. Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you. How about
I,
Shravan, Madhu?
Hi, this is Shravan.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I'm currently working in a corporate organization. I
Okay.
have experience in web development
Mhm.
uh, in .NET using C Sharp, but
Oh,
I would like to learn Python.
okay.
So, not for job purpose. I want to learn uh, for further my web development knowledge, web development, and also from the information security perspective.
Okay.
So, mm, and I want some deep knowledge, uh, not like a fresher. Will you be able to help me if I join this program?
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. Firstly, we will be going with the basics and all. Later, like this program is not only for only outline and all, because generally we do define these training programs online for the already developers only. So here the freshers will be there, and also mixer variants of the people it will be there. So we will cover the topics like that from the beginner level to the expert level. Okay, you will get everything inside it, but only the thing you need to have to do is like daily practice. Okay,
Okay, sure.
so I'll
That
give you the assignments in that deeper way so that you
mm,
can, develop your things all. So by end of this training program, I want everyone to develop this full stack development by using Python and web technologies. You will
okay.
definitely get it, and it will be very useful for you. And it is a nice move, Shravan. Like .NET, like nowadays, like there are some clients, dedicated clients, but market is not up to the mark. So if you learn these cross skills, it will be very helpful for your, career upgradation. So
Yes.
yeah, that will be important, and you'll definitely get it.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I had one more
Uh,
question. I'm not sure
yeah, sure.
whether I can ask here or not.
No problem, Srinivas. You can
Do
ask
you have
anything.
any like other timings of this batch instead of 7 to 8? Because I had
That
some meetings in this time, morning.
okay.
Yeah,
That you can talk to organizer, because
organizer.
my
Yeah,
availability is like I am available, but you need to have to talk to. And even Srinivas, if you want any one-on-one also, it is available. You can talk to
Mhm.
the organizer. So if you are comfortable with one-on-one and also, we will have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. I'll check
So
it. Thank
yeah,
you.
మైసెల్ఫ్ మధు.
yeah, Madhu.
యాక్చువల్గా నేను యాజ్ ఏ డీబీఏగా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ విత్ బోత్ అజూర్ అండ్ ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ క్లౌడ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్స్. సో
Okay.
యాక్చువల్గా ఏంటంటే నాకు పైథాన్ అనేది కోడింగ్ పర్పస్లో అంటే డెవలప్మెంట్ పర్పస్లో యూజ్ చేస్తానని తెలుసు. బట్ హౌ ఇట్ విల్ బి హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఫర్ మీ యాజ్ ఏ డీబీఏ, సో ఇఫ్ ఐ లర్న్ దిస్ పైథాన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, సో if anybody, like if you come across this kind of experience by any other person, how it was helpful for them, like.
ఓకే. సో ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, మనకి ఇన్ ద వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్స్లో డిబిఏ ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇప్పుడు డిబిఏ మీద వీ డోంట్ గెట్ ఎనీ ఫర్దర్
Mm,
రోల్స్ అండ్ ఆల్, రైట్?
mm,
అంటే ఉన్నాయి, బట్ వెరీ లిమిటెడ్.
లిమిటెడ్
ఓకే.
తగ్గిపోతున్నాయి అంటే.
సో మీరు డిబిఏ ప్లస్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ టు పైథాన్ ఫుల్ స్టాక్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అండ్ యూ నో మోర్ ఏఐ స్కిల్స్ ఆల్సో, దెన్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఇట్ విల్ బి హైలైట్ యువర్ కెరియర్ కదండి. సో ఆ, మీకు డిబిఏ స్ట్రాంగ్లో ఉన్నారు, మిగతా ఇప్పుడు పైథాన్ బేసిక్స్ నేర్చుకొని ఈ డెవలప్మెంట్ అంతా మీరు గోత్రూ అయ్యారనుకోండి, ఒక్క 2-3 months కష్టపడితే యూ విల్ బికమ్ ఏ ఫుల్ స్టాక్ డెవలపర్ విత్ ఏఐ ప్లస్ యు ఆర్ ఏ డేటాబేస్ అడ్మిన్. ఓకే, ఇట్
ఓకే.
డెఫినెట్లీ హెల్ప్ అవుతుందండి మీ కెరియర్కి ఇది.
ఓకే.
ఓకే. అండ్ లైక్ వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అండి ఓవరాల్?
ఓవరాల్ 15 years ఉందండి.
15 years, right? So then you'll become a good architect once you learn this. So if you do practice with the full stack, so a couple of years,
Mm,
and you are already in the DBA, and you can become a good architect. Okay. So that is
okay.
a next level of, you can, leverage your career.
ఓకే.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions, Devendra Garu? Devendra.
సో మనం డేటా ఇంజనీరింగ్ లో కూడా యూజ్ చేస్తాం బ్రో ఇది పైథాన్.
yes. Data analysis, data
So
engineering. Yeah.
yeah, actually Madhu and me are colleagues. I am also DBA, SQL Server
Okay.
DBA.
Okay.
So yeah, just we are joining because we have to automate our SQL tasks and we have to learn Azure data engineering in future. So that's why we are planning to learn this course.
Sure. That will
So
definitely helpful for you. మీరు ఆ
okay,
ఆస్పెక్ట్లో కూడా నేను మీకు కవర్ చేస్తాను. అంటే ఒకసారి మనకి బేసిక్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ అంతా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత వి విల్ కవర్ ఇన్ దట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్ సో దట్ విల్ బి హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యూ. అంటే నాట్ యాజ్ అ హోల్గా కాకపోయినా సపరేట్గా అయినా సరే నేను మీకు సపరేట్ సెషన్స్ మీకు తీసుకుంటాను, ప్రాబ్లం లేదు.
okay bro, thank you.
యా. ఎనీ అదర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అండి? Hope we are good. Okay, if you're good, like we can see in the session. And thank you so much for your interaction. And I want everyone's interaction in the session. So without interaction, it will be like a silent class, will not work it out. So I want everyone's interaction and clarify the doubts every day and keep doing the things, and we will have a good learning. Okay. Thank you once and everyone. And you can talk to the
Thank you
organizer.
Vishnu.
Yes,
Yeah.
for regarding times and every other information, organizer will help you out. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You all. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.